Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. It looks like it's going fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yeah, yeah, we're back. Thank you very much. Thank you for understanding. It's just, I do apologize for the sudden break in that transmission earlier on. Sometimes these things do happen. So sometimes these things do happen, and we have to just sort of bear with it. So we're back. We're back live. We're back live. Sometimes it will just suddenly freeze for no reason. And I think it's better now. When I'm talking, you can see me and it makes a lot more sense. So I do want to apologize for that sudden break in the transmission. Oh boy. Oh boy. It looks like it's not working like it's intended. I'm not at all happy about this morning. Something is not right. I've tried to address it, but let's see anyway. Let's see. We will manage. We'll crack on. We will crack on as best as we can. Something is just not going to happen this morning, and I'm so sorry about this. I thought it was fine. I thought I'd overcome this issue right now, but we're gonna just have to go muddle through it, and I'll say what I need to say, because I wanted to get this information out there. So we will say what we need to say, and I'm hoping that would work. It seems to be sort of playing about, so I'll keep it stable. Good morning, welcome, and join us again. Welcome back, welcome back. Please, if you're watching this broadcast, please, of course, share. It looks like it's stable now. I'm going to not mess about with it just now. I'm going to just keep it where it is now so that it moves, and I want to pass the message on. First thing first, let's talk about the man you see on the screen here. How many more Martins Idakpini must happen before we realize any of us can be next? This is a very important question we're asking. Remember, as I talk to you, Mazin Abdekano is still in detention. In fact, they're not allowing him medical attention. They're not letting him have medical attention. And we all know what happened to Omo Eleshowole. We all know what happened to so many people. Agbajalingo. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And we cannot pretend that everything is okay. So we cannot be silent. We mustn't be silent in the face of this oppression. The point I'm making here is this: Martins Idakpini is in jail 2 years and 8 months since since he was illegally arrested by the military, and they're not letting him go. What I want you to do is to please don't be silent about this, and there is something we can do. I'm going to try and see if I can reach more people, because it is really quite sad and shocking that this is going on, and we seem to turn a blind eye. If you're watching this broadcast, please, I want you to do something. Get involved. Type on your line, on your screen, free Martins Idakpini. Do a hashtag like you see on the screen, free Martins Idakpini. It's really, really important. That is a message we need to share. Also, there is a broadcast that you can see on Citizen Network backup channel. I'll see if I can play it. I don't know. I'm a bit hesitant to play too much now, because the system can be a bit temperamental. Now it's working fine. I don't want to jinx it, as it were. Not that I believe in jinx. It will work. I know it will work. I do apologize for the earlier break in the transmission, and that sometimes it actually makes things difficult. And as we know, Facebook have been making things a lot difficult. So, oh, hi Angela, welcome. Yeah. So he's still in jail. Angela, he's still in jail. He's in jail for 2 years and 8 months. He's still in jail. Adeni Adesonya, welcome on board. Thank you so much. So please do share this broadcast. This young man is still in jail. I'm going to show you a video if I can get that video working. That's what I'm trying to attempt to do now. I want to show you a video of him and listen to his voice. That video is on Citizen AY backup channel. As you know, they blocked me on there. So hello Angela, I need to give you a call briefly. In fact, after this broadcast, I will probably give you a call. Or you may want to call in and talk about this issue, because we need to raise awareness about this kind of thing going on. It is very, very unjust. It's very, very wrong. We need to help ourselves and help each other in this process. For me, for example, the community that it comes from, we need, in that community, there has to be he comes from, I think he comes from the southeast. Is it southeast? Yes. So somewhere there, I think, I can't remember which area he said. Now, from his own community, there needs to be a group of people that is talking about this, putting his picture out every day and saying, our son has not been freed. Please share this broadcast. Our son has not been freed. So good morning, Ajayi Patrick Abayomi, thank you very much. So we need every community. This is why I keep talking about, I keep talking to you about every community must begin to work together. You need a committee for electricity, a committee for water, a committee for roads, a committee for healthcare, a committee for schools, a committee for bridges, a committee from each of your local community coming together and speaking to the local councillor. So the committee should also have a committee for people illegally arrested, because that way it needs to be news that will be shared on all platforms at all times. We need to release, to bring that information to the public, because what is going on now is simply totally unacceptable. 2 years and 8 months now, he's been illegally arrested. So let me see if I can get that video out to you so you can see it. I hope it works. And be cautious about moving forward, because sometimes when the system goes up like this, it does take some time before it rides. And I'm hesitant to do anything more with it, because it seems to be, I'm not going to do anything because it seems to be freezing somewhat. Please go to Citizen AY backup channel, and there is a video on there that you can see of Martins, and you will see that he's actually that you will hear the video. I'll see if I can play a voice. I might play a voice somewhere so you can hear him. And I think that's probably the best thing I'm going to do in this condition, because I don't want to every time I try and move on the screen, it seems to be playing up, and I don't want to get away from the message. So what I'm saying is that the elections is coming up in a few days' time. These people do not care. This young man has done nothing wrong. Martins did nothing wrong whatsoever. He simply explained, look, this is what is going on. This is unjust. I have the right to actually confront those who are my leaders and ask them questions. And they don't want to hear it. And that is the problem. That right there is the problem. So let me just check what I'm doing. I want to make sure that this is going fine. So I'm just trying to check. So please do subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I know that Facebook and YouTube, they are making things difficult because of the federal government. They try and really frustrate things. And like I said, those of you who went away before when I earlier broadcast, and the number was building up nicely, but it broke. The system froze, so I couldn't really say much. But I'm hoping that you guys can join us again. So I'm going to try and play the video for you. Let me play the video. I want you to hear his voice, because this is real now. So let me get that voice out for you, and then you can listen to it yourself as well, because it's very important that we continue to, how can I put it now, to raise the level of awareness. Because as I say, there is a saying I'm going to read to you. Let me read the saying to you, because I don't want to do it on the screen now, because it's a bit fiddly, and it's not letting me do what I need to do. So I'll read something to you quickly. I want you to listen to these words. So and listen to why we need to take action. I'm going to read it to you now, so then you will see what what I mean. So I want you to understand how this is very, very important message that we need to really understand. First, they came for the communists. Then, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. That's what I'm saying. How many Martins Idakpini must happen before we realize any of us can be next? They are telling you to go and vote in elections. At the same very point, They are preventing people from actually exercising their right to hold their governors to account. Keep in mind, what Martins Idakpini is doing is simply holding his governors to account. So I want us to understand, we cannot be silent. If we're silent on this, who will be next? Who will be next? I know Facebook are making things difficult. I understand that. But don't worry. Please help us share it. So please, I'm urging you, if you're watching this broadcast, share this broadcast. Help us reach more people. Help us grow the platform. As you know, Facebook make things very, very difficult for us, and YouTube, and increasingly more so. Many more people seem to think it's many more of them just seem thinking it's a normal way to do things, and it isn't, and we shouldn't accept it. So I'm calling as I speak to you now. Martins Idakpini has been in jail, in detention for 2 years and 8 months, as you see on the screen. Let me see if I can. I don't want to mess about with the screen now because I'm a bit conscious that this thing is not doing what I want you to do, but I'll try. It is not responsive to this morning. It seems to have a mind of its own, so I don't want to risk it. So those of you who are watching me now, I want you to just see that. So let's do that. Sometimes these things do happen that suddenly it will start playing about. So, and I don't want to mess about with it. So now here we go. So that's what I want you to see. So he's been in detention for 2 years and 8 months. And what is very important to understand in all of this, that we cannot be silent. Now, the elections is going to happen in a few days' time. It's going to happen in a few days' time. And that elections is a fraud. We all know that. Every one of us knows that the election is meaningless. It's not going to achieve anything. But what I want us all to do is to begin to speak up about the things that are wrong now. Don't wait until after elections before you organize yourselves into committees. Set up committees. Set up community plans. Get your community to organize together. Come together as a community and highlight the problems you have in your community. So if you have bad roads, no water, no light, no school, no bridges, no healthcare, no safety, no security. Have committee for each of those problems. Get to know, find out the name of your local councillor, your local chairman, and the office for your local government. Find out those 3 things. Your local councillor, your local chairman, your local office. Those 3 things are very important. Now, once you do that, start meeting every week. You need to be meeting in every community every week, because that is the only way we can hold these people to account. Start meeting every week. I'm so sorry, this broadcast is really playing out this morning, and I don't know what's going on. It seems to be playing out, and I'm not really happy with the fact that it's suddenly done that this morning. And I don't know what else to say, other than to just say, well, please do bear with us. We are trying everything we can. This morning everything was going fine, and there was nothing going wrong, and then suddenly the system just starts playing up for what it is. So we can only do what we can. So please do bear with us as you're hearing the message. But please focus on the message on the screen. Martins has been in jail for 2 years and 8 months. Let me see if I can play you that video of Martins, the voice. I'll get the voice mail out. He got the message out. He's in, I think is it Kaduna? Let me just check. I'll quickly do a quick check, and let me play you the message that he sent, that was sent. He sent that message out. It was smuggled out so that people could hear from him. So I'm trying to really, raise that awareness, because it is terribly, terribly unjust. It is so unfair what has happened, what they're doing to someone like him. If they're doing that to somebody who believes in his people and who wants in the unity, but I don't, and I've explained to him, and he's now seeing, sadly, he's now seeing that because he's speaking up, they don't want him to speak up. He's sadly seeing this, but that's another topic altogether. What I want to do, of course, is focus on how we must all speak up. Listen to this now quickly. One second. Let me play this to you. So just bear with me. I will change it into. Okay. 1 second, please. Let me just quickly do something. Give me a minute, please. Because the screen is. Because the screen is this, the broadcast is a bit jerky. I'm slightly distracted. I'm trying to fix that at the same time as get on with the message I needed to get out there. So just bear with me. So let's go here, and no, not there. So let's do that now. Okay, I want you to hear the message that is sent, and it's very that is smuggled out. It was smuggled out so that people could hear him. Listen to this message.
I am Last Corporal Idakpini Martins, recording as of today, 19th of February 2023.
That was back in February.
On Sunday, which is today. I'm still in detention. This is my 2 years and 8 months in the
Oh, sorry, can't know what happened there.
bedroom. Up to now, nothing has been done for my release. This is a picture of my feeding.
So we're not.
So
Yeah,
far.
it's been, the voice is what's been smuggled out to us, so we don't have those pictures.
But that is afternoon and
but listen to the words.
Until they brought us new GOC, Major General GM with coach. It has now started feeding us 3 times daily, morning, afternoon, and evening. Though we are entitled to 5,000 naira per feeding per day. But they are feeding us 250 naira.
Are you hearing?
That is
5,000 naira per day. They only give them 250 naira.
As before, but now, the present time of this new GOC, Major General Recruit, they are feeding us. That is 750 per feeding per day. That is 250 naira per meal. Is my picture?
No, okay. So anyway, so basically he's still in jail. So you can hear his voice. He's still in jail, 2 years and 8 months. And that's the problem that we really want to address on this broadcast. I'm going to come back again and talk about this. Your community, I would encourage, I'm going to speak to as many people as I can and get the local community to actually do something. Because the more you all organize yourselves, and this is your right to do something, you have the right to hold your governors to account. You have the right to expose the wrongdoings of the government. Under section 14(2)(c) of the Nigerian Constitution, you have the right to participate in your own governance in accordance with the Constitution. You have that right. So we are encouraging you to please exercise that right. I will have to come back and do this broadcast. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. I'll see. Because something is happening with the broadcast. I can see that it is really slowing things up. And when it is slowing things up, that information does not come across as it should. But nonetheless, I want to thank each and every one of you who are supporting what we're doing. It's very he's in the southeast. Angela, he's in southeast. He's in let me get the area. I'll see if I can get the area for you. Let me find out what area he's from. I'll see if I can find out the area. But I've got to find a way to get information to his community. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Because he smuggled out some information, which I'm reading. And it got to me. That's how come I got to find out. So, I think it's in the southeast area. I'm not quite sure which area. So yeah, I'm just trying to find out that information for you. 1 second, please. 1 second. I'll find that information for you. Let me see if I can read it somewhere. Sorry. So here. Uh, 1 second, please. I'm trying to check something here. I'm looking through it. So it's very, very important. 1 second. I'm hoping I can find that information. I'll keep you posted on that information. Right now, I don't have access to that information. And like I said, the system is playing up. You can see that my system is very, very slow. And it seems to be, when you come on, and it seems like they're doing everything to slow up what we're saying. Because if we are not supporting anybody, as you know, on Citizen AY, we neither support Peter Obi, nor do we support Tinubu, nor do we support Atiku, because we don't support any of them, because the problem is the system. The entire system is wrong and it is faulty and it needs to be changed. So they don't want us to speak up. They don't want us to be able to reach more people, but that's okay. But we will not be deterred nonetheless. We will speak. I might do, maybe I'll try and struggle on for the next half an hour and get this message out as much as we can. What you can do for us is to share the broadcast. Let us reach more people. Let us get this information out there. And how many more Martins Idakpini must happen before we realize any of us can be next? Like I said, I read to you, the thing about, if we do not speak up, sooner or later, we will be next. It can be our family. It can be any of us. As we speak, Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. They're not allowing him to have help, get any health assistance. And that is very, very wrong. So we are calling on everybody, particularly, to please make sure that we organize ourselves together in communities and begin to hold those in governance to account. We have the powers to hold them to account as laid down in the Constitution, Section 14(2)(c). You have the right to participate in your own governance. Okay? 14(2)(a). Sovereignty belongs to you. It is from you and your community from which the government derives all its powers. 14(2)(a) of the 14 subsection 2 subsection A 2A of the Nigerian Constitution. You have those powers. So sovereignty belongs to you, the people, and you are the people. Your community is a sovereignty. When you work together in your community, you can hold those in governance to account. We need action on that front. And the reason why I'm talking about this Saturday, the elections is going to come. When that election comes, people would think that's the last time you will see those politicians. After this Saturday, the politicians will not show up. They are going to go into hiding. They will never, suddenly you will try and have a meeting with them and you won't find them. Suddenly you want to speak to your governor and the governor will be nowhere. So suddenly you want to speak to your SHOA, the State House of Assembly member, and he will be unavailable. Suddenly you want to speak to the councillor, they will not be available. Suddenly you want to speak to the House of Reps, they will not be available. Suddenly you want to speak to the senator, they will not be available. None of them will be available because why? They have gotten what they want from you. They make sure, they tell you that once you vote, that is your job. We are here to tell you no. Within the Constitution, section 14(2)(c) says that you have the right to participate in your own governance in accordance with the Constitution, and that is what it says. The Constitution allows you, the fact that it says you have the right to participate in your own governance, that means you can hold them to account. And we are encouraging you to begin to hold your officials to account in every community. But you cannot do that on your own. You need to come together as a community. We are currently translating the Constitution into Yoruba language. Those of you that can translate it to Igbo or other languages, get in touch with us. Let us work together. Let's partner. And every community must have a copy of that Constitution. One of the things I showed yesterday, and I'll come and do this later on, and maybe tomorrow, I'll come back and do this broadcast all in its entirety again tomorrow. I'm not going to relent on this. We need to make sure that everybody will have a copy of that section 14(2)(a), 14(2)(c) on the wall as you come into your community center. In your community center, your local community center, you have that your right to participate in governance and sovereignty would be on the wall on a huge paper so that everybody can see it. Laminate so everybody can know that you can participate in your own governance. We need to change the mindset of our people. The mindset of our people must be changed. I don't know why this suddenly happened this morning like this, because this message is so important. But rest assured, I'll be back again to continue to push this message. We're trying to see, so we're trying very much to get the message out there. What is going on, obviously, is that there is some sort of, interference that's making things very difficult. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I don't understand. Okay, I'm not doing that now. So let me just see what is going on. I'm just trying to check the system. I do apologize once again for this, for the way the system is actually not functioning, and it's very, very slow, and it's jerky, and it makes it difficult to be able to get that information out. But nonetheless, we're doing the very best we can under the circumstances to get the information out there. And we continue to maintain that if we're silent and we do not participate in this, then one day it will be one of us or our family. Then what? So we need to get people to get on board and join us in this struggle. I'm not going to stay too much longer now because I need to get myself get going, maybe in the next 10, 15 minutes. So if you can, that picture is what I want you to put up. He's been in detention for 2 years and 8 months. Let me see if I'll make it bigger. He has been in detention for 2 years and 8 months. And that is wrong. It's unacceptable. It is not something that we should accept. We need, after the elections, like I said, after the Saturday elections, you won't see any of your honorables, no your governors. They will not be, they will suddenly go into hiding. Suddenly it'll be difficult to see them. They'll tell you they are working for you. They are not working for you. They are trying to avoid taking responsibility. You must. We encourage you to hold them to account. At this point, that's what we're saying to you. You must hold them to account. Let me see what's going on with this now. Sorry about this. Just trying to see if it's going to work. So unfortunately, the system was really playing up this morning, and I wasn't able to engage as I would normally. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, I'm going to come back. I can see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let's try again. In my rush, I'll try one more thing. Let me try one more time. It may work. It may not work. I'll try one more time. That's annoying. I know what's happened now, obviously. I know what's happened. So let me try again. Oh, yes. It's so rushed in putting the thing up. It went on the other side, and that's why it wasn't really working. So, but it doesn't matter. We're going to try again because we will not give up. We simply will not give up. We cannot give up. Something is really rattling the system. So let me go off and come back again. Because it's really, the system is just really jerky, and I don't know what is going on. And it's better that I check it than to just leave it. So I'm going to come back one more time. Let me try one more time, and hopefully it should work. Let's see. Should I try this again? I'll try something here quickly. Let me see if it will work that way. I'm just testing out something here. I'm rather surprised that it happened, but normally when you're trying to rush and do things, you would probably get in the wrong place. Yeah, the screen is, something is not working right. I don't know what it is. Something is simply not working right. So we need to really, I need to just give it time. Something is not working right at all. Something is really happening, and I don't understand why that is. So please, I will be back later on to give some more further updates on this. I don't know what's happened, but the system is not functioning at all. I think I know what it is, but let's try again. I'll try one more time. Yeah, it is very, very slow, and it is so unresponsive. I don't quite know how else to put it. It's very unresponsive, and that is a problem. So when it's unresponsive like this, it just makes it difficult for me to focus. So let me go and come back. Let me go and come back. I'll be back again. I'll try again. I'll try again. Let me try. Let me try this one. So 1 minute. Okay, I think this is still working on this side. So the YouTube side, but that's what I want us to help. I'm trying to see if I can get this working on the Facebook side because something is going on and I don't know what it is. So let me just fix that. 1 second, please. I'm just trying to fix it and keep things going as much as I can. It's really quite something that this is not really going on. So let's try again. Let's try again. We're trying everything we can. We're trying everything we can. So I'll redo it again if I have to. But I will continue because it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. But we will carry on nonetheless. I'm hoping that we can get that message out there. Sorry, not that one. We need to get the message out there. And that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's try this one again. Just bear with me. We're trying different things out. So we're just trying. I'm hoping that it works, but it seems to be very, very jerky and slow. And that's the problem I've been having this morning. So we're trying to do different things and trying to get it going. Sometimes it's just not working and I don't know what it is. I'll give it another 10, 15 minutes and we'll go and talk about this topic again. If it stops, if it starts doing that, I will just bring it down. But so here we go. Okay. So let's try it again. I'm hoping it will work. Yeah, I was in a rush and I picked the wrong side because it was somewhat giving me a problem. So sometimes when things like that starts happening, you start going, oh shoot, just get it going, and that's what happened with that broadcast. So let's do this again. I'm happy to do it again, and we will do it again until we get it right, because this is very important information to get right. We need to get information right. So let's go again. Let's go again. So we're going to try and do it. So hopefully, yeah, welcome back. I hope it's stable now. I hope it's stable. I hope you can see me. I can see everything is moving in the right direction. I don't want to touch the screen too much because it's somewhat been playing about. But please help us share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. As I stated before, Martins Idakpini is currently in jail for over 2 years and 8 months. And they don't want to they don't want to release him. So we are here to try and raise the level of awareness. I'm trying to find out exactly where he is, where he comes from. I can't remember which side of it. So I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Let us see what is happening. So we're not going to be quiet. Please help us share this broadcast. So it's been a bit of a problem this morning. There's been some sort of problem with the system. So let me just put this up now. So what I'm trying to get to really do now is just raise the level of awareness within our community. If we are silent, then we are complicit in our own oppression. We cannot be silent. We need to speak up. We need to raise our voices collectively. So what I'm here to do is to encourage you. Don't be silent. Let's speak up. Martins has been illegally arrested for 2 years now, and he's not been freed. He's not able to, he's been in jail, and he's done nothing wrong. He exposed the crime and the fraud committed by the people in governance. So Shege Rastaman, good morning. Adeyemo Adeola, good morning to you, and two others. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. So please continue to help us reach more people. It's very, very important that this information gets out. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is for the next few days, we have the elections that's going to happen. After the elections, after the elections, what's going to happen is you will not see any of the following politicians. Your local councillor will be nowhere to be found. Your local chairman will be nowhere to be found. Your state House of Assembly members will be nowhere to be found. Your House of Reps will be nowhere to be found. Your senator will be nowhere to be found. Your governors, they will be nowhere to be found. Deputy governors, nowhere to be found. None of all the government officials, they will suddenly disappear. And they are going to disappear because they want you to believe once you've done the elections, they have nothing to say to you. That's what they want you to believe. It's a lie. Under section 14.2 of the 1999 Constitution, 14.2c, you have the right to participate in your own governance. How do you participate? By holding them to governance, to account. Hold them to account. That means that even before this election that they're about, even before Saturday, you can start going to speak to your local councillor. You can go to your local councillor, tell them that your roads are bad, but don't do it on your own. Go in a group of 10, 20 of you. Get them to come down, find out the name of your local councillor, your local chairman, local government chairman, your House of Assembly members. Find out their names. And then start going to them and take pictures. Tell them to bring them into your community. Let them see your roads. Let them see the bad roads. Tell them about the bad roads, the lack of water, the no light, the no schools, the no bridges, no safety. Bring them in and tell them that you are the one paying for their wages. You're the one paying their wages. You're the one paying for their allowance. You're the one paying for their uniform. You're the one paying for the building that they're using. And sovereignty belongs to you. Under section 14.2a of the Nigerian Constitution, it states that sovereignty belongs to the people, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers. Yes, we know the constitution is a fraud. We know. But those powers, I need every community to begin to use that power. Don't wait till this on Saturday before you start using the power. Start now. Organize yourselves into communities, in your communities. Organize yourselves into committees within your community. Every community must have a committee for roads, a committee for schools, a committee for bridges, a committee for healthcare, a committee for people illegally arrested, a committee for the people like Martins Idakpini here that have been illegally arrested for over 2 years and 8 months. This man has been arrested illegally. He should be freed. And if you do not speak up, let me read to you these words again. I don't want to play about with the screen because it is very, very fiddly. And I don't want to mess about with that. Something is going wrong. The system is being deliberately tampered with. So I cannot do too much changes to that. But what you can do for me is to share this broadcast. Go ahead. I've pinned the Citizen AY backup channel. It's on there. Go ahead and subscribe. Please go ahead and subscribe. Help us reach more people. It's really, really important that you do so. And share this message. 2 years and 8 months. This young man exposed the military. He exposed their lies. And they didn't want the case to come out. So please, whatever you can do, first of all, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Click notification button. Give us the thumbs up. Help us reach more and more people. I'll probably be on this broadcast for the next half an hour or so, because I want this information to reach as many people as possible, because it is very, very important. What we are trying to do here is to give you those important information. We know that YouTube and Facebook, they are working together under the current government are interfering with many of our broadcasts. They are making it difficult because we are not speaking up. And let me be very, very clear. Let me be very, very clear. I neither support Tinubu, nor do I support Peter Obi, nor do I support Atiku. I cannot support any of them because the current system of governance, the current constitution is a fraud. Whoever you put in Whoever is elected will not be able to achieve anything because the constitution itself is fraudulent, it's flawed. We cannot be silent for as long as they arrest our people. Now, I'm going to read to you these words again. Let me see. Listen to these words. It's by a man called Martin Nemola, sort of in terms of the Jew things. So when they were, in Germany. So, first they came for the communists. I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So let us speak for one another. Let us speak out for Martins Idakpini. Please, if you're watching this broadcast, do share because this is important. If we are going to build a community, it starts with caring for one another. If we say we are part of a community, it starts with caring for one another. So that message is there. It is simple, it's clear. Do not wait until after the elections before you start engaging with those you elect to serve you. You can start now. They may not want to hear. Start now. Start telling them, bringing them. They want you to vote for them. Your roads has not been fixed. Your water in your community. And you need to stand as a community. You have the right. Sovereignty belongs to you. Sovereignty belongs to you. It is from you, through that constitution, that the government derives all its powers. Section 14.2a of the Nigerian Constitution. Section 14.2a. Please memorize that. Share that information. Secondly, you have the right to participate in your own governance as mandated under Section 14.2c. Section 14.2c of the Nigerian Constitution. You have the right to participate in your own governance in accordance with the Constitution. And that participation means that you question. The way you participate is to question those in governance. Hold them to account. Don't accept no from them. You are the one paying their wages. You pay their wages. You pay for the buildings that they use. You pay for their allowances. You pay for the cars. You pay for everything that they're doing because it is the money from the collective sovereign local government areas, communities that they bring together to pay them. So they are your servant. They are meant to be serving you. We need our people to wake up. You will not get any change by being silent. If you do not participate in your own governance, they are going to oppress you. There is December just gone. In December, the local government areas were given something like 14. Is it 14 point something 865 billion naira, something like that. I don't have let me get the exact figure. I'm going to get the exact figure. Give me a minute. Let me get the exact figure. I have it somewhere because these are information that we need to be aware of. People think that we don't have money, but we do have. We have it. We have the money. So yeah, 14.521 billion. Let me just get that out. I want to just show you. I won't show you, but I will, because if I go on the screen, it is going to affect it, and I don't want that to happen. So here we go. Yeah, 81.647 billion. This was in December. In December 2022. I want you to understand this. Please do share this information. In December 2022, the federal government gave to the states 116 billion, 639 billion naira for each of the states, to share among all the states. Now, then they gave the local government areas 81.647 billion naira. That money is being sat on by the state governments. That money is being sat on by the state government in December before the elections. That money has been sat on by your governors, your deputy governors, your state house of assembly members. They are not allowing it to go to your council, your local government areas. You need to understand that there is money in the system. If you continue to wait and do not participate in your governance, you will not get the roads, the water, the light, the schools, the bridges, the healthcare that you need. And you need to engage. We need each and every community to speak up for Martins Idakpini. Martins Idakpini has been illegally arrested for over 2 years and 8 months, and he must be freed. I urge you, please don't just be a bystander, because if you be a bystander, one day the government, the corrupt government, will come for you, and nobody will speak up, because every one of us, we've been trained to be silent. It is when we stand together as a community and we begin to speak up, and we say, no, we're not accepting this. We are going to speak up for one another. I am telling you, this election that's coming, it's a fraud. Whoever you elect, the system is fraudulent, the system is corrupt, that system will never work. Peter Obi, with whatever his intentions, will never achieve anything. As a Yoruba man, Tinubu will not achieve anything, because the constitution is the problem. And Atiku, of course, he supports the system. So you will never achieve anything. So I want us all to really understand that point. Please, let's not be silent. The question remains, how many Martins Idakpini must happen before we realize any of us can be next? Don't be silent. Speak up. Now is the time to start speaking up. Put his case up. Start talking about this. It is more important. Your vote is meaningless. Your voting is meaningless because the system is wrong. What is important is if you start exercising those two key areas I said. Sovereignty belongs to you, section 14.2a. And number 2, your right to participate in your own governance, 14.2c of the Nigerian Constitution. Those two, you need those two to begin to exercise your powers, to hold those in governance to account. They are working for you. They are working for you. We need a committee in every community that will speak for the people that have been illegally detained. Every community must have a section that will deal with community that has been detained. You speak up for them, to make sure their name is always out in the papers, to speak to the press, to speak to whoever would, the social media, put this stuff out. Every day, please use this hashtag, Free Martins Idakpini. The simplest thing you can do as you're watching me right now is to use this hashtag, Free Martins Idakpini. Help us release, the man needs to be freed because he's done nothing wrong. I want to share this information. I don't support Nigeria, but I support him because he's standing up for the people. He's exposing the flaws and the lies of the government, but they don't want him to speak up. So please, I want you to help us share this information. Free Martins Idakpini. Please, that is the simplest thing you can do. He's currently over 2 years and 8 months. Over 2 years and 8 months now. The man has been illegally arrested, and they will not let him speak. And I'm trying to get us all to really understand that the next thing that we need to do for us now is to raise the level of awareness, and not be silent. And we have to engage in the only solution we have now. I've just told you, 14.657 billion naira has been released to the local government area. But that money is being sat on by the State House of Assembly and the governors, and they share that money among themselves. So that is why your roads and your schools and your water and your lights and your bridges are not being built. Until you take collective action to fix that, to hold them to account in every community, that will not change. So, we need you to help us, raise the level of awareness about this. So I'm just doing something quickly. 1 second there. So a quick synopsis. I'm going to play the video of this young man again. Lance Corporal Martins Idakpini is currently in detention for speaking up against Buratai and others for the way they've treated the military men in uniform, and the lack of of patriotism that they've displayed. And instead of them taking the case to court, and it's quoting from their own the military constitution, and they don't want him to go to court. They said they freed him on bail. He's not been freed on bail. He's in jail for over 2 years and 8 months now. So, let me just see. So I'm just putting it up quickly now. One second, please. So 1 minute. I'm just getting 1 second, please. So, what I want us all to do, above all else, is to raise the level of awareness in our community. Like I said now, one of the things that we must really recognize in our community right now is that our voice is the most powerful tool that we have collectively. And it is by using that voice as a community, in every community, we need to have, as you come into that community, I wish I could show you this picture, but the screen is going to be, it's very, very unstable at the minute. I don't know what has happened. I'll try again. There is something I wanted to try and show you. Hopefully it is not going to be, it looks like it's stable, but we will try and see. I want to show you something quickly that we must be aware of. So let me see. So I want to show you something, if I can show you. Hopefully that will make a lot of sense. Now, because it's very important, the point I'm about to show you now. The area I'm going to show you, okay, I'm going to try this. I hope it works. It looks like it's stable now. For some reason before, I couldn't move before, so I was reluctant to do any changes. So, because I'm doing this in English now, what I want us to do is to really understand what has been done here and the steps we need to take to address those things that have been done. So let me quickly do something here. I'm going to try. Hopefully this will work. We will try something quickly here. I will show you. In fact, let me do this quickly. I'll do this here. So we need you guys, we need people to have a committee. You need to be able to hold your local government to account, your state House of Assembly to account, and there are steps you need to take. So let's quickly go through that step again. I've done it before, but I'll explain to you in a bit more detail about this. It looks like it's stable now. It wasn't before. So I don't want to do that. So let me just go back up. Let's go back up. That's what I want you to do. First thing I want you to know is this is a building block towards knowing your rights and being able to participate in your own governance. So let me just quickly do something. You may not see me on the screen now. I'm going to sort that out quickly so that we can continue with this discussion. The system was somewhat slow and jerky before, so I wasn't able to do it like I wanted. But what I'm going to do is I'm hoping that will change now. So you will see me on the screen there, and then see there I am on the screen, so you can still see me. But what I'm trying to really do is we need our people to know certain things, because after this election, if you do not take the steps that I'm showing you now, these people, they will simply go away again. The politicians will go and hide. They are going to, after the Saturday elections, like I said, you won't see your senators, you won't see your House of Reps, you won't see your State House of Assembly, you won't see your local chairman, local government chairman, you won't see your local councillor. None of them. Because they will tell you they're in meetings. Oh, we're in discussions. We're in this. We're trying to do that. Oh, we haven't got time. But they must make time for you. Because it is you. Because you, the citizens, you have the power to ensure that they provide what you require as a citizen. And here are the things you need to do. Number one, you need to know your local councillor, know them. Know the responsibilities of his position, which I'm going to discuss with you later on. I want you to know you have the right to question all government as well as elected officials. You have that right. You have the right to question them. That is very, very important. No, you are paying the wages of the president, the senators, House of Rep members, governors, State of Assembly members, local government chairman, and councillors. Every single one of them. You're the one paying their wages. These are really important information that we must share. Please do share this podcast. Don't forget to go down to Citizen NY on YouTube and subscribe. Help us reach more people. The buildings they use, the buildings used by the National Assembly, the State of Assembly, and the local government, they are paid for by you. You're the one paying all of this. Critically, what you must do as you're watching is to share this knowledge. That is all we ask of you to do. Share this knowledge. Keep in mind, one of the things that you should do when you have a community, when you're having the community needs to be really set up. You have to have a community group whereby all members of the community are coming together. And for example, the situation now where you have Martins Idakpini that's been arrested for over 2 years and 8 months. Every community should have a committee for people illegally arrested by the government, so that they can bring the case to the local councillor, to local chairman, the local government official, the local government, the House of Reps, all of them, because you can communicate with. You have a connection to your House of Assembly, a connection to your state National Assembly. The National Assembly, you have 2 representatives that can speak for the person that's been illegally arrested, and that is your House of Reps and your senator. In the State House of Assembly, you have the State House of Assembly members. You can speak directly to them about the people, someone like Martins Idakpini that's been illegally arrested. The point that is being made here is we need to take collective action. The churches and the mosque, they do not have a solution for you. The only thing you must do is participate in your own governance, and that's what we're here to try and wake you up to do. Let's carry on. Now, let me move forward to the next one. Sorry. So now, here are the responsibilities of the local government in your area. Every local government. This is a local government area responsibility as written down by the Constitution of Nigeria. And it's important we exercise those things. Keep in mind, I am not supporting, by displaying this, I do not support the fraudulent 1999 Constitution, but I'm saying the powers that are in there, we can use it. That's what I'm talking about. I hope this makes sense. Please do share this broadcast. Reach more people. Subscribe. Share the broadcast. I urge you, if you can, share this broadcast. Help us reach more people, because the information that we're sharing is of immense importance. Don't keep it, silent. Reach more people with this information. We need as many people as possible to share this information. The functions of the local government are detailed in the Nigerian Constitution and include the following: economic recommendations to the state. They make recommendations to the state about economy. So if they have minerals in the state, in a particular region, in the local government, and how they can exploit it and create jobs, they let the state know, and the state should to make that possible by investing in that area. Collection of taxes and fees, self-explanatory. Establishment and maintenance of cemeteries, burial grounds, home for the destitute and infirm. The people who are mentally insane and things, they need to have, it's the local government that should be providing home for them and keeping them in a safe place and, keeping their life going. Those funds are not used for that, unfortunately, by these people. They go and give their family and girlfriends and things and send their kids to foreign schools. Licensing of bicycles, trucks, and other mechanically propelled trucks, canoes, wheelbarrows, and carts. Establishment and maintenance of regulation of markets, motor parks, and public conveniences. See, they should provide you with public conveniences in your area. The market, there's a responsibility for the market, regulation of the market, maintenance and regulation of the market, motor parks as well, where the cars gather to pick you up and go to other states. That's the responsibility of your local government. Now, establishment, construct and maintenance of roads, streets, drains, and other public highways, parks, and open spaces. Again, that's their job. You need to know all of these things, because when you know it, you can now question them. Under Section 14.2c, which I will show you shortly. Now, and all of these are important. Naming of roads, streets, and numbering of houses. That's one of our jobs again. Construction and maintenance of streets, roads, streets, drains, and other public highways and parks and open spaces. Again, these are things that the local government area should be doing, and many people are not aware of it. So there's a mixture. When people say, "Oh, the roads are not being done by the state," no, it should be done by the local government. But what is happening is that the state is sitting on the money meant for the local government, and that is very important information that we must make people aware of. I'm going to show you a figure which I want you to really hold on to, because those are the kind of things that I'm really insistent that we share. Like I said, keep in mind, we continue to ask. Just put a hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Put it on your broadcast to reach more people, because this is terribly wrong what is going on. It is unacceptable. I'm going to show you something about the funds from the local government in due course. And I might even put it into the broadcast, but I will see how to do that. But I'll probably do it this way. So now, provision and maintenance of public transportation and refuse disposal. So how many times have you had do you get your refuse picked up every week? Does it happen every week? That's their job. Why is it not happening? But because we're not questioning that, we're not holding them to account, they're getting away with it. Those are the kind of things we should be asking. That's the job for the local council. And if the funds, if the funds are not being made available to them by the State House of Assembly, we need to go to them collectively as a community and begin to demand for the funds to be released to our local government so they can fix the things we need in our community. Going to any church or any mosque will not provide any of this. The churches are just wasting your time. The 10 hours you are wasting in the church every day going to a church, you're better off reducing it to 2 hours and using the remaining 8 hours to focus as a community to demand for the things you need in your community to work. I hope this is making sense. This is of immense importance. Please do share this broadcast. Let us don't be silent. Let us reach more and more people, because these are the kind of things that we need to be involved in. And once again, I do apologize for the break in transmission earlier on. It was just not functioning as intended. But anyway, we are here. So now, registration of births and deaths and marriages. Again, that's part of what we need to do in the community. And I want us all to really take that on board and help us reach more people. Now, the other one is assessment of privately owned business houses, tenements, and purpose of levying such tax for the purposes of levying such rates as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly of a state. So they will carry out functions as demanded by the House of Assembly of a state. So the House of Assembly of a state will mandate the local council to collect money for them, but the money that is meant to be given to the from the House of Assembly to the local government is not forthcoming, and you will see the evidence of that at a minute. And that is why we cannot be silent. And many people, we need to really wake up from our mental belief that and think that we are powerless. We're not powerless. We have the power. We need to exercise those powers till we can dismantle this constitution. And that's what I'm trying to really get at. Now, assessment of privately owned homes and asset tenements for the purpose of levying such rates as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly. Like I said, the House of Assembly mandates local government to collect taxes for them and hand it to them. But the local government, the House of Assembly, they receive funds from the federal government and they refuse to hand it to the local government. So you can see there's a problem there. And that is a major issue that without your involvement in the local level will not change. You need to get involved in the process. And that is what we're trying to really get us to understand. Control and regulation of outdoor advertising, movement and keeping pets, all descriptions, shops and kiosks, restaurants and other places for sale of food to the public and laundries. So these are things that that's the responsibility of the local government to you. That's their responsibility to you. And because they have that responsibility to you, I will show you something briefly. Now let me go and get this one here. So that's the responsibility of the local councillor. Now here's the responsibility of the local councillor to you. Councillors are to provide information for the community about the policies and decisions of the council, and the community relays its desires and concerns and opinions to the council through the councillors. So the councillor is supposed to listen to your concerns. Now you can see what I'm saying. So this is not about you in voting now. You can see in the words that is said here, and we need that explanation. The councillors are supposed to listen to your concerns and opinions to the council. They're supposed to transfer. If you have concerns, no roads, no water, no light, no school, no bridges, no healthcare, no safety, no security, no accountability. No, you're a member of your community is illegally arrested, detained by the military or the police. The councillor is the first point of call. Your councillor, your local chairman, they need to work for your community to free that person. That is their job. These are the things that we are not doing in our community. Going to the Bible, the Quran or the Bible will not tell you any of the things I just showed you now. We are bringing this information for us to awaken. We have work to do. If you are waiting for those who are defrauding you to stand up and take accountability, they won't do it. The next step is what we're trying to show you, is how you can begin to engage the system. You need to set up committees. So now, let me lay that for a minute. So like I said, just a quick synopsis of what we said before. You have the right to hold the government officials and serving politicians to account as a citizen. You as a citizen, you subsidize the uniform of the police and the army, and they are using it to oppress you. You as a citizen, you pay the wages of the president, vice president, senators, House of Reps, state of assembly members, local government chairman, down to the councillors. You are the one paying their, you're the one paying their wages. You're the one. You as a citizen, and let me move this here so you can see it, funds the building used by the politicians, such as National Assembly, State of Assembly, local government offices. You're the one funding it. You as a citizen have the right to go to the House of Assembly to question why local funds are being withheld. These are things you need to do. Now, this one here, I really need you to listen to. Very important. I'm about to read to you a particular section. Section 14.2c. 14.2a. Let's start with section 14.2a. It is hereby accordingly declared, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. That is very important to understand, and that's a point that you need to hold. Every community has sovereignty. That's what you must understand. When you come together as a community and you begin to question your local councillor, you are expressing your sovereignty. You are expressing that sovereignty in your community. And that's what we need to be doing from one community to the next as a matter of urgency. Don't wait till after elections. Start now. Start planning now. Saturday, after the elections, those people in government, they're not going to listen to anything. They're going to try and run away. But if you are preparing yourself, they have to answer your questions. They have to answer your concerns, because sovereignty belongs to you. We are trying to impart that information to you. 14.2a. It's on the screen. You can see it. Now let's go and look at 14.2c. 14.2c states, participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. You can't see that at the bottom, but that's what it says. That's what it says there. So participation, 14.2c, and I'm going to try and show you a further breakdown of that in another document. But that's the kind of things I want you to do. So we need to start thinking of, I'm going to do a further update on this as well. We need committee for roads, committee in each of the communities. You need to come together. The 10 hours you're spending in the church has not got any responsibility to fix your roads, to fix your light, to listen to your concern. They don't have any responsibility to you. So when you're going to pray, you're just wasting your time. You need to work as a community to get the things you need. Hold them to account. Here is an example of what this man has done to hold people to account. Because he knows this information, he's using it in the right way. That is the template that we can use in our community. Here we go. Listen to this now.
I have any authority to stand here and be stopping Okada people. Yeah, authority will only let my dog Okada throw me by. Just because you are in uniform. You are just using the uniform to oppress people.
You see?
No. No. The question I'm asking you, maybe no, you have the uniform level. Just tell me, this is the authority I have. This is the law that gives me the authority to be stopping people.
So what is done there, I'm not going to belabor the point. What is done there is, because he knows the rules and responsibilities, he's able to question those officials. And that is what every community, we need to know this information. We have to teach each other the information, the rule, the responsibilities of the people to us. We need that information to be shared. this is far more important than the Bible or the Quran. The Bible and the Quran will not hold the people in government to account. They are, in fact, the imam and pastors are being paid by the government to make sure that you never think of questioning them about their responsibilities, to make sure that you never know about Section 14.2c, which says the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. The pastors and the imam, they don't want you to know that. They want you to just keep praying, because when you're praying, you won't have time to go and hold all the local government officials, this chairman, state assembly, governors, deputy governors, House of Reps, senators, to hold them to account. And that is what we need to begin to do immediately. The elections is a smokescreen. Remember, you're hearing it here. A day after, on Sunday coming, the governors, the senators, House of Reps, they are going to say they are busy. They haven't got time to see you. They are doing what they are doing what you ask them to do. No, they are not. You have to remember you have the right to participate in your own governance. And for the likes of for the man like this man here that's been arrested, Martins Idakpini, 2 years now, 2 years and 8 months, he's been arrested and enslaved in his own land. We need you to really join hands with us. Help us reach more people to raise their awareness. What you can do is to do the hashtag. Just do the hashtag Free Martins Idakpini. Do that. Go ahead and do that. And please, in every community, there should be a committee. There should be a committee. Sorry about this. Let me move that down. I can see it's not showing properly. I thought it was, but it wasn't showing because it was up. Okay, that's because I switched the screen. But I'm back here anyway. So in fact, what I'll do, I can stop sharing for now. No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Now, because in every community, there should be a committee set up specifically for anybody illegally arrested, be it by the police or by the army, so that the community, and it's coming from that area, you should be talking in discussions. You have a right to be questioning, speaking to your local councillor regarding that person. That is what we need to be doing as a community, to be, so that there is no, you're not leaving the government to just do as they please, because you have to remember they are working for you. The government is supposed to be serving you. They're supposed to be serving you. So we are calling for the immediate release of Martins Idakpini, and we need you to join us here. Please put that hashtag up, Free Martins Idakpini. Hashtag Free Martins Idakpini. No, let's just do that right now. I'm going to do that on the screen and do the same thing. You just do the same thing. Start up with that. Make that go viral. Please, don't just stand there. I'm going to do it on the screen as I talk to you now. We need this kind of information to reach more people. And I'm going to show you why you need to know that, why you must participate in your own governance. I need you all to really, let me see. Adekunle Rasulu, my brother, good morning. Jenon Craig, good morning to you, and thank you for joining the broadcast. So let us do hashtag Free Martins Idakpini. Let's go ahead and do that. There is nothing wrong in doing that at all. Nothing wrong in sharing that information and reaching more people. Because what is being done here is unjust. It is wrong. It is unacceptable. So I'm calling on each and every one of you, as you're watching us, share this broadcast. It is of immense importance that we reach as many people as possible. Martins should be freed. Okay, hang on. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Okay. Hello? Hello, sir. I'm live on air. Hello? I'm live on air. Who's speaking? Hello? Okay. 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 It's not working. Okay. I don't know who that is. I'm going to they have to call me back. Not now. I don't know who that is. Let me just check. Let me just check something, please. Somebody just call me now, and I'm trying to see who that is. Okay. I don't know who that is. I'm going to just answer it. I'll answer it later. Maybe I'll try one more thing. Let me try one more time. I don't know what happened there. Give me a minute, please. Give me a minute. I just want to just check quickly. So if anybody wants to call in, of course, you can call in plus 234. Let me see. What is it now? Where is it? plus 7399 799 606. Let me go in here now. 1 second. Give me a minute, please. Okay, so the phone line will be on. It's on now. If you want to call in, you can try again. Let me see if I can get that number. I don't know who that was. I'll have to call them after this show because I don't think it's relating to what we're talking about here. But what I want us all to do, please, these are key information that we need to share. Now, earlier on, let me play you the voice of Martins, and it's all this. You can see a video that I did earlier on of Martins, whereby he spoke about his being in detention. Let me see if I can get you that video so you can hear what he said again, because I think it's worth listening to. And please keep in mind, every community, you should have somebody. Every community should have a section, a committee. Every community should have a committee for such people that have been illegally detained from their own community, bringing it to the awareness of the local councillor, local chairman, state of assembly members, House of Reps, senator. It should be, these are the kind of things we need to be involved in. Going to a church is not going to rescue that person. This man has been in jail now 2 years and 8 months. And these are the kind of things that we need to address and really fix. So let me get you the voice message that I was smuggled out on his behalf. I want you to listen to it again. Let me see. Just give me a minute. I'm going to try and find that information for you. Okay. No, I'm not trying to do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so now you will hear the message in a minute. We want to play it again. It's on Citizen AY backup channel, and you can see it. And I'll see if I can play it here. If the system will permit me to play it, although it's a bit fiddly. Listen to this now.
Idakpini Martins. Recording as of today, 19th of February 2023. That is on Sunday, which is today.
Okay.
I'm still in detention. This is my 2 years and 8 months in the bedroom. Up to now, nothing has been done for my release. This is a picture of my feeding. I've been feeding so far. They feed us 2 times per day, that is afternoon and evening, until they brought us new GOC, Major General GM with coach. It has now started feeding us 3 times daily, morning, afternoon, and evening. Though we are entitled to 5,000 naira per feeding per day. Well, they are feeding us 250 naira per meal, that is 500 naira feeding per day, that as before. But now, the present time of this new GOC, Major General Recruit, they are feeding us, that is 750 per feeding per day. That is 250 naira per meal. These are my picture that took previous days as I'm still in detention. Meal. These are
So keep. I'm going to do something quickly as I'm talking to you now. Hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Let's do that, all of us, please. Let me just put it up here. So what I'm showing you, what you just listened to was free Martins there. Martins Idakpini. He needs to be freed, but because we don't have planning in each of our communities, then people like this are being silently suffering. His wife is also being harassed as well. And I'm going to read you something that I managed to get our answer to. So free Martins Idakpini. Please share that. You can see it on there. Hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Let's make that hashtag go viral. It's important. Let's do the little we can. Let us do the little we can to help, to help raise the awareness, because that man has done nothing wrong. He's only exposed the flaws in the fraudulent governance that we have. But they don't want him to speak. Of course, they don't want him to speak. They want to keep him silent. And we mustn't allow that to happen. So please, whatever you, as you're watching now, I'm going to try and see if I can put it on I'm going to put it again. You will see that coming up on YouTube as well. So I'm going to go and do that on YouTube. You will shortly see that free Martins Idakpini on YouTube, because that's the kind of information every community should have. That kind of thing. We should be sharing this kind of information to wake our people up, to help them to be able to play a part in their own governance. Like I told you, because we're not the people, they are banking on us remaining quiet, remaining subservient, and we need to change that. YouTube, we must change that. So let me put this up here, free Martins Idakpini. So you will see that on the screen, and I'm going to pin that on the top of you. Those of you who are following us on YouTube, please, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, go ahead and do so. We really need your support. Free Martins Idakpini. You can see it on the screen. It is also pinned on those places, and those are the kind of things that we need to see taking shape, those kind of actions are what we need. We need those steps to be taken to be able to free ourselves collectively, because we are in bondage, and they psychologically program us to believe that we have no powers. But when we work together, we can hold them to account, and we have the powers within the Constitution. Section 14.2a and 14.2c gives us the power to hold those we elect into office. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much. We can hold them to account. So we need the power to hold those we elect into office. I want to really urge you all, please. I'm putting that here, and if you haven't subscribed, I'm going to pin that up here. Those of you, free Martins Idakpini. The reason I'm saying is that people are saying it. People say it doesn't concern me. It wouldn't concern me. People will say, but try and understand something. If we all remain silent and we don't do something, then one day it will be us. Then who will speak for us then? If we do not take the time to speak for each other. Those are the kind of things that I really want to bring to our attention. And I hope this makes some sort of sense to you. I hope you can see that it is of immense importance that we play that role urgently and participate in it and share, take this responsibility on. We need to seriously take that responsibility on and not allow ourselves to be distracted or distracted by those who are intent on keeping us divided and oppressed. And I'm going to show you something briefly. Sorry about this. Let me try it one more time. Okay, we'll leave that now. Okay, so what we will try and do in the meantime is to now go and show you something that is of immense importance yet again. So let's show you this. Now, I want you to see this. I'll bring it here quickly. Okay, you will see coming up. Okay, now, I want you to look at this. The federal government shares 990 billion to federal government, states, and local government areas. The balance in excess crude as of 17th of January 2023 stands at that. More details here below. Now, this is what they've shared in your local government area, and I want you to really be aware of that. This is what they shared in your local government area. I hope you can see what I'm showing you. Now, the one that I want you to focus on, don't let anybody believe that you have no money, that you have no funds. You have, but it's important that we now begin to access those funds. That's what I really want us to really understand. So where is it now? Not that one. Beg your pardon. So they've got 3 tranches of money that they should have been receiving, that should have been given. So where is it now? I saw it now. I saw it earlier on. I saw it before. Here we go. Now, the communique indicated that the gross revenue available from VAT for the month was 250 billion. From this amount, 7.2 billion was allocated to net project, 10 billion to NRC, remaining 233 billion, which federal government was 34 billion to federal government, state 160 16.3 billion, 639 billion. Local government, 81. Can you see here? Can you see the figure here? I want you to see that figure. Can you see that figure? So the local government, that is just on VAT alone. No? That is just on VAT alone. Now that figure is being sat on by your state government. So you will need to really understand going forward. Don't think that after this election it's over. You need to set up those committees that I spoke about earlier on. This is the month. This is just in December, in January. This is in January. You see, 81.647 billion naira. This is something that all of us must really be aware of. And I'm hoping that by making this announcement, people can begin to understand the importance of why we have to participate in our own governance. If we remain quiet, so if we remain quiet and we do not take part in what is going on, and we just say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, well, we're just," it's we cannot complain when we don't have roads. We cannot complain because we must participate in our own governance. The funds are there. That is just for VAT alone. Let's go and look at what is coming in for oil. So local government area, they receive what? 165. States got 165 billion. Local government 127, 1.29 billion from oil revenue. So you can see that there's more than money. Also electronic money transfer. Local government got 8.510 billion. So however way you want to look at this, the information is clear. There is funds available. But unless we participate in our governance and begin to hold these people to account, those funds will go missing. So please, this is so important. Leave comments and please free Martins Idakpini. Type that, make that a hashtag. I really, really want us to, I cannot overemphasize how important this is at this point, at this juncture. We need to participate in our own governance. Look at that now. So local government areas, look at that. I'm going to highlight 3 areas for you and you see it. 1. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So now here, so you've got 8.5 billion. Look at this ago. Local government areas, they got this. But all this money, they don't go to the hands of the local government because the federal state government sits on it. I'm showing you the amount of money that is available right now. But the money, because you're not participating in your governance, see those areas. That's from December. Just December gone. Look at this. 81.647 billion should be in the hands of the local government. But they don't get it because the state government sits on it. And that is from VAT. This is from collection of cost of collection, amount of sum given to collection for transferring transfer savings and funds refunds. 127.129 billion. So number 2. Number 3, 8.510 billion. These are funds that are available, but unless we participate in governance as stated within the book that I showed you here, and this is important, unless we participate, nothing will change. And that is, unless we participate, participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. It requires that we participate in it. Participation, you can see there, participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. And this man has demonstrated the example of how you can participate in your own governance. And that is what I really want us to understand in all of this. We really need that effort to participate in our own governance. It is so important. We cannot ignore that bit. We must participate in our own governance, because it's the lack of participation that has got us to the point where the things that are being done to us, the unjust actions, is actually happening, and we cannot allow that to happen any longer. So I just want to just really reiterate how important it is that our participation without participating in our own governance, it is costing us money. It is costing us the roads, the water, the light, the school, that we need. So I'm going to come back and do this program again, because it is so you can see it from what I've just showed you. 3 sets of funding that is missing
in all of this.
1 minute.
We really
I'm just trying to really, I've just showed you. So I really want us to hopefully take on board this information. These are really key information that we've been looking at. I'm studying this. This is December. As of December. Look, the funds you are looking at, Federal Account Allocation Committee, December 2022. Where is that money gone? Why is it that they're saying that there's no money? So those areas I want you to look at, FFAC. So that, so first amount, from the VAT amount, local government was supposed to receive 81.647 billion. That money has not been released by the state. Number 2, they are supposed to receive from transfers and savings and refunds 127.129 billion. That money has not been released by the states. Number 3, local government councils, again, electronic money transfer. The states got that, local government got 8.510 billion. Again, that money has not been transferred to local government. Where has that money gone? If you do not participate in your governance, then you cannot complain. You cannot complain. I'm going to come back and do this program again. And I hope people understand what I'm saying. If you do not hold them to account, you need, that's why we're going to be talking about this again. We need to be involved in that process of holding them to account. We must hold them to account. We have to hold them to account. That is the only way. And how do you hold them to account? By participating in your own governance. By participating in your own governance. So please, I know this can sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but we need to be aware. 3 tranches of money for the local government, and it's being sat on by your state government. But we're saying, God help us. There's no point in praying when the funds are available. The system is not working because we are not playing our part in it. Once we start holding the government to account, it puts a stop to it. So please, 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 those of us, if we are going to complain about anything, you need to understand that the system will only function when we participate in it. That is what I really want us to understand here. The fraudulent constitution now, it requires that we participate in it. If we do not participate in it and begin to hold those we elect into office to account, nothing will change. And that is what we need to see, that change happen. And that is what I'm trying to bring to our attention. I hope people can relate to what I'm saying here. I hope you can relate to it. And actually, you know, these are really important points. The 14.2a, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. We need to exercise that sovereignty. We need to learn how to exercise that sovereignty. Time is almost off for me now. I've got to rush off in a bit. So I need to be rushing off. But I'm going to come back again and we'll do more specific programs. And I'm doing something. I'm actually designing something whereby you will see further updates. Currently, as I speak to you, we are translating the constitution into Yoruba so that the Yoruba people can know their constitution in their own language. We should be teaching our kids in our own language. That's what we should be doing. So we need this kind of information to awaken our people. And I urge you all, you have a role to play in this. Don't think that this is beyond you. Don't think that, oh, I can't do anything. Sorry, what's going on here? What's going on there? Sorry. Okay. Don't think, oh, no, I can't do anything. Oh, it's not down to, I cannot do this. Oh, don't feel helpless. You have a role. You and I, it is encouraging our people to begin to participate from one community to the next, that we will make the changes that will improve their lives. They will no longer have to depend on. Look at the money I just showed you. It is so painful. Look at the funds I just showed you. Look at the funds. 3 sets of tranche of funds. 8.51 billion naira is one from transfer, money transfer, electronic money transfers. Then again, Cost of collection from billions to transfers, savings, and refunds, 127.129 billion for local government council. Yeah, and then 81.647 billion. So there's 127 billion, 81 billion, 8.5 billion. Put all of that together. So let's just look at this. 8.127 plus 80. Let's say so 127. So that's 130. So that's yeah. So that is 210 billion naira on their own, roughly. Let's just say 210 billion naira. Yeah. Plus, in fact, 200. Let's say rough figures, 220 billion naira. But because we're not participating in our own governance and holding them to account from at the community level, those funds they get stolen by those in power, those we elected to office. Can you see the importance of what we're saying? So there is so much that we can begin to do. These funds to be used for fixing our roads, but unless we participate in our own governance, then we cannot complain that nothing is working. We cannot. We need to train. We are here to try and encourage you. So the likes of what happened to Martins Idakpini now, we need a committee on that. We put pressure on the local government. This is wrong. This man must be freed. We start and we all hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Please, 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 as you're watching this, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, Citizen AY backup channel. We really need your support. The more you help us get this information out, the better it is. It helps us to reach more and more people. And you've seen the kind of information that we're sharing here. We're putting a thread right through everything so that it can all see the connection, right from the governance to its interpretation, to how it impacts our life, to the role we can play in it, to the accountability that is the central part of the entire system. Please, 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 we need your support. It is of immense importance, if you're watching this, that you share it. Don't keep it to yourself. We've just shown you now the local government, as I speak, as of January, they have got over 220 billion naira that should be going down to the local government, that is sat on by the state government. 220 billion naira. I'm not saying that is all, but if we begin to question those who we put into office and question them about those funds, we can use those funds for the roads in our local government areas. And if the money comes into the hands of the local government officials and they don't do it, again, we question them because we have the right to participate in our own governance. Prayers is a waste of your time. I'm sorry to say it. Going to any church and praying, going to any mosque and praying, when there's money that is on the table, you don't need any prayers. You need to take collective action. I'm sorry I'm sounding, this is the cold hard fact. We need to take collective action. There are over 220 billion naira that should be available to the local government councils that the State House of Assembly and the governors are sitting on right now. And you are fighting for crumbs. And you're saying that if we don't participate in our own governance, then we have to blame ourselves. This is the cold hard fact. If we do not participate in our own governance, then we have to work collectively together. Don't leave it to one person. That's why I said, just like they said, oh, they came for this person and nobody spoke. They came for that one and nobody. Then it's when they came for me, nobody was able to speak. That is why our community now, we need to work together urgently within our community. We need to work together and bring to life all of this. This is what I'm trying to talk about. You haven't got all of this hatred, and somebody is talking about hatred. We haven't got time for hatred. We haven't got time for division. We need to exercise our powers. And the more they're clever, they don't ever want you to focus on the areas that you can use to hold them to account. They don't ever. So please, those of you watching, if you're watching me, Adekule Rosulu, thank you very much again. Akola Wale Amubiya, thank you very much. And those of you that are watching on other platforms, we are really grateful for your support. We need to get involved in this process. I will never tire of talking about this. This young man has been illegally detained. in detention for over 2 years and 8 months. Please type hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Type that hashtag, share it, make sure it reaches more and more people. And I've given you information now, over 210 billion naira that is meant for local government is being sat on deliberately by all of the state House of Assembly because they share the money among themselves instead of let that money go into your local government council. Unless you participate in government and begin to hold your local government to account and go to, you have the right. You have the right. Let me show you something. I'm just going to reiterate this again. Then I will wrap up here. I'm going to go back up. Let's go back up. I want you to see this. And please be aware you can. There we go. Where was it again? Sorry. Yeah. You have the buildings that they use. The buildings used by the House of Assemblies. You're the one paying for it. You see, you are paying the wages of the president, the senators, House of Reps, members, governors of Assembly, State of Assembly, local government chairman, and councillors. The buildings used by the National House of Assembly and the State House of Assembly and local government are paid for by you. And in fact, for you to be able to reach a local councillor, you must mandate, you need to demand from them that they have an office in your local area. They must have an office as a point of contact with a staffed office. In the UK here, the MPs, they have an office whereby you can go to or you can email them and they write you. I've done that. I've emailed, I've written, and they reply back to me within 24 hours. They reply back. These are the kind of things. So prayers has nothing to do with what we need to do here. And we need to wake up. And I'm not going to tire. I am going to be on this point. If we are going to talk about holding the government to accountable, then we have to hold ourselves accountable. And we need to wake up as a people. In our community, the steps that I've written in this book here, in this little booklet here, I'm telling you, those are the responsibilities of the local government. Take the time to study it. Those are the responsibilities. Take the time to study it. Olagunju Kayode, welcome on board. That's the responsibility of your councillor. The councillor is to provide information to the community about policies and decisions of the council, and the community relays its desires. So you are the community. That's why I'm saying you need to stand up. You are mentioned the community. If you work as a community together, you can hold the councillor to account. You tell them your concerns. It says relays its desires, concerns, and opinions to the council through the councillor. You need to make sure that your councillor, they have an office in your community. They must have an office. You must demand for it. They are working for you because you are participating in your governance and sovereignty belongs to you. Let me go back and show you that. So let me show you again. This is the bit I want you to look at. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government through this constitution derives all the powers. Never forget that. That is your right. If you're a citizen, you need to exercise that right. Many of us, the prayers, and please do not believe in the lies and the nonsense spoken by many. And I say it unequivocally. All of the pastors, all of the imams who are seeing visions, this person is going to do nonsense. Your local area, how come they don't see visions about your local area? How are they going to fix the roads in your local area? How come they don't talk about the fact that, why come, if they know so much, why don't they know about what I'm telling you? Why haven't they told you about your right to participate in governance? Why didn't their vision get them to see that? Why didn't their vision get them to tell you that you have sovereignty in your hands? They are there to trick you. Let's call a spade a spade. I don't exclude any of them. All the pastors, all the imams, they are there to deceive you. And the quicker we wake up, I've just told you, they're not telling you now. I have just explained to you. Over 210 billion naira meant for local government is being sat on by state government. And that is impacting your lives. And please, you must wake up. I ask you, wake up. If we do not take this responsibility on, then we're not serious about having good roads in our community. Thank you very much. Olagunju Kayode. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, please do share. Please, I want you to type in free Martins Idakpini. Share this broadcast. We don't come on this platform, Citizen AY or do what we do. We're not interested in title. We are trying to give you information to free yourself. You see, we don't want to give you fish. No. We want you to learn how to fish. That way you can feed yourself whenever you want. That is the plan. That is the aim of this platform. This platform is determined to free your mind. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of it can stop all the time. How long must they kill our prophet? Whilst we stand aside and look away. Some say it's just the bed of it. We've got to fulfill the book. I want you help to sing. This song of freedom is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of it can stop all the time. How long must they kill our prophets? Whilst we stand aside and look away. Some say it's just the part of it. We got to fulfill the books. I want you help to sing. This song of freedom is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, redemption song. This song of freedom is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, hey, yeah. Redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. We have the power to do it. We are giving you clear information that will help free us from the bondage we're in. What we must do is empower each community. We don't want to just give you, we don't want to give you fish anymore. We want you to learn how to fish. If you teach a man how to fish, he will feed himself for life. If you keep giving fish to somebody, it comes a point that the people who are giving the fish, they may stop, and that person will be begging again. We need you to have that independence. So we are giving you this information to help you awaken from the slumber, the lies that they've told to us. They've kept us in darkness. I'm telling you, we have the powers. I want you to look at these funds. Keep in mind, 3 sets of funds. Look at that. Look. 127 billion, 8.5 billion. So that is, let's just say 127 and that. So that's 135 billion. Let's say it's 135 billion naira. Okay, let's say, 136 billion. Let's say 136 billion naira. Okay, roughly. So plus 81. So 80. So take 60 from there. So 220 billion naira meant for local government councils. And that money is sitting in the State House of Assembly. The governors and the State House of Assembly members, they don't let the funds come to your local government area. And they go and send their family away. It's that money that they're using to send their money, that family away. You need to start holding them to account. And how do you hold them to account? I'm just giving you more information so that you begin to understand. You have the right to participate in your own governance. Under Section 14(2)(c) of the Nigerian Constitution, we know it's a fraud, but you can use it as it stands. So please, my people, don't let anybody deceive you. On this platform, we're not here to tell you it's that one. If you do not play our part, what has happened? The government has lied to us. They've used the pastors and the imams to close our eyes. We are opening your eyes. This kind of information that we're sharing on this platform, it should be spreading like wildfire on every. You won't find this information anywhere else. You will not find the information we're giving you anywhere else. We've connected the dots from the money to the Constitution and the connection between the two and how it impacts your life. We're giving you this information. The least you can do is share it. I'm sorry if I'm very, very direct about this, but we need to share this kind of information because it is when we empower our people and free them, now we can go about and now say, okay, we can go for a referendum. But if we cannot even take on and begin to deal with this kind of information and hold our people to account right now, there's no point in going for any referendum because the people are not ready. Without taking the steps It is when we are exercising our rights as mandated within the Constitution that we can be saying we are ready to go for self-determination. If we do not take the steps to do that, we're not ready. Frankly, we are not ready. And these are the kind of, and I will keep saying this until every community, we have to see every community. And we're coming up with programs as to how each community can actually begin to exercise those rights. And here's what I want you to do. Every community, we'll do something here. If you begin to have a community meeting, let Citizen AY know. If you're in Biafra or Middle Belt, let Citizen AY know, and we will come and do this via live on Zoom to bring it to the people so that people know how they can carry out governance on ground. Enough of this praying nonsense. Stop this nonsense praying. Wake up! You're wasting your time. There's money that is being sat on by those in power. Unless you hold them to account according to the section 142 of the Constitution, 42 subsection C, which mandates you to participate. You have the power to participate in governance by holding them to account. If you do not exercise that right, allied to the sovereignty that you have, then you cannot complain. But we understand that our people don't know these things. That's why we are translating the Constitution in Yoruba, so that the local people will know how they can exercise those powers. We need you in the struggle. We need you to join us. Please, hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Please, hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Let that hashtag go viral. We cannot be talking. This is not about talking anymore now. It's about taking collective action. And I really hope that people will take on board what has been said now. I'm not going to stay too long. I'm going to come back again. Rest assured, I'm going to come back and give you more information. We have the powers to free ourselves. Please, when we're sharing this kind of information, the least you can do for us on this platform is to share the broadcast. Share it 100 times. Get your friends and family to subscribe. Get them to listen to what we just said here, because these are really important information. I know that the beginning was a little bit ropey, it wasn't really growing clear and everything else, but these are information that people should naturally, ordinarily be willing to quickly go, right, you know what, I have to share this information. I have to make sure that this reaches as many people as possible. I have, take it as a responsibility to help your community, because the information that we're giving, we're not telling you God told me. No, I'm not interested in what God told anybody. Whatever God told any imam or any pastor will not improve your life. You know why? Because it's not about your community. It's not about the road across in the front of your house. It's not about the light that you don't have. It's a way to distract your mind. Time to wake up. You have the powers. We are giving you the information you need. You need to know what is inside the Constitution. We are showing you what it is. Please, the least you can do is to share it. I'm sorry if I'm direct. I'm sorry if I sound very, very I'm kind of frustrated. But the thing is, these are the information that we need to share. So we urge you, if you are watching this broadcast and you haven't shared it, then ask yourself the question, are you really doing everything you can to help your community? Ask yourself that question. Are you really doing everything you can to help your own community? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Are you really taking the steps that you can take? What you should be doing right now, if you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY Backup channel, go ahead and subscribe. There'll be more information like this that we'll be sharing. And we have to repeat this. And like I said, every community, we want you to make sure that in every community now, we want to set there's something called best practice. So when a community starts doing what works for that community, we want it to be shared across all other communities via social media, so that the others can go, okay, so this is what we need to do. Instead of spending 10 hours sitting in the church where the pastor will say something that is absolutely meaningless, without letting you know that the first thing you must do is participate in your own governance by holding the government to account. They don't want you to do that, because you know why? The pastors and the imams, they are being paid by the government. I'm telling you the facts now. The pastors and the imams are being paid by the government. And the more they can put you to sleep, the less time the government will have to do, the less time you will have to question the government about why they haven't fixed your routes in your community. So it is in your interest to take on board what we're saying now, to share this information, to please get and reach more and more and more and more people. This is not about talk now. It's about collective action. I really need to push on it. I should be going. I'm really into it now. I want you all to really, this information is something that you must not ignore. You must share this broadcast because it contains very important information. Again, let me show you as I speak. December, if whatever I'm saying doesn't, make you think, as I'm speaking to you, 220 billion naira meant for local government across the country is being sat on by all of the state House of Assembly and the governors. Those monies are not coming in there. That is why your roads are not built. That is why your schools are not built. That's why your hospitals are not built, because they are sitting on that money. And we're telling you the steps you can take collectively as a community to begin to hold them to account. It doesn't end on Saturday after the election. That is just the beginning. You need to begin to participate in your own government. Every community, if you want that road, instead of spending 10 hours in the church, spend 2 hours in the church, the remaining 8 hours on your community. How you're going to fix the road, how you will get the councillor to fix your road, how you will get them to fix your light, to your water, your schools, your bridges, your hospital, your everything. And then a committee. You need to be part of a committee. If you are serious about the community, if you're in a community, to serve that community, to give you the benefits that you need. And it's by working together. So I'm hoping that this makes some kind of sense to you all. We need that community spirit to be built. And I'm urging you, this is serious. Every time you come on Citizen AY, the backup channel, please subscribe, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. These are information that will change the lives of the coming generation. I'm telling you, with that kind of money, with the money that this is just in December. They got this money in December, just gone. We are now what? Beginning of March. 220 billion. Imagine that money split into all of the communities, local government areas across the country. They will be using it to fix something. If it's water, they will fix. If it's light, they will fix. If it's road. And you need to be monitoring it. You need to, with this information now, every community should be acting on that, on this information I give now. Right now, you should be asking yourself, is there a community? Do I have a community office? Where are they? Who's my local councillor? You should be asking questions. I'm going to join one. Join one today. Don't wait. Join one. Forget the elections. Forget the elections. This is where you need to take action. When you start taking action here, the people in government, they are going to panic. Because they know. How many of them are they? They're not up to 2,000. These people. There are over 200 million of you. You can do this. It is time we take action. And this will lead us to the self-determination, into independence. When we take the step, begin to take the steps. Please, this is not about just talking. I'm calling on you. You need to play your part. Share this broadcast to 100 people. Share this broadcast each to 100 people. Let them really understand. I'm showing you clear information here. And if you're not outraged, this is the December 2022. You can see it on the screen. 81,647 billion naira from the VAT for local government. See, so it's not me, it's local government. Yeah. Then the next one, they got 127.129 billion for transfers, billions of transfers, savings, and refunds. Local government again, 127 billion. You see, plus 8.5 billion. These are money that should be in your community. But if you are busy praying, you are wasting your time. Those money will be looted by those who should be giving it to you. Please, 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 and please. This is no time for talking. This is no time for deliberating and procrastinating. I need you all. Please subscribe to Citizen AY Backup channel, because there will be more information like this that we are bringing to you. We're not interested in talking about, oh, this person is fighting that one, because that is a distraction. That is what the politicians are doing. They want to create division. What we are trying to bring you together is to bring the community together and focus on the issues that impact their lives on a daily basis. The object of this program is to not give you fish. No, we're not interested in giving you fish. We want to teach you how to fish so you can feed yourself in your community. There is more than enough money. That amount of money that you're getting, that's just in 3 months. They get that every quarter. From what I can see, that is more than enough. That money put together is more than what we are sending home. It's a waste of. It doesn't make any sense. You go to a church and you pray 3, 4, 5 hours in a church when the funds that you need is in front of you. Isn't that? Can't you see that they are trying to deceive you? I'm sorry if I'm direct about this, but we need to wake up, my people. Wake up. Wake up. And those of you that know, teach those ones that don't know. We are not here to give you fish. No. We are here to teach you how to fish yourself. Because when you're in control of your future, then you can build a better future for the coming generation. You have the powers, you have the money, you have the sovereignty, you have the right within the constitution to participate in your own governance, and we will keep drumming this home. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if I've been a bit strong in the way I spoke this morning, but we do need to have this kind of frank and honest discussion among ourselves. And please do share this broadcast. Don't just leave it. I hope you've shared this. If you are watching this, if you shared it before, share it again. Share it 100 times on both platforms, Facebook, YouTube. Share it. Because these are key information. What you see across the screen are funds that the local government should be having, but the state government are sitting on, because we are not participating in our own governance. And what do I mean by participation? Section 14.2c. The participation by the people in the governance shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. That means that you have the right to hold and question those in governance. You're the one paying their wages. You're the one paying for the bills that they use. You're the one paying for their uniforms. You're the one paying for their allowances. You're the one paying for everything that they do. It comes from your pocket. You have the power. And sovereignty belongs to you. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom, through this Constitution, derives all its power. The government, through this Constitution, derives all its powers and authority. You have all of this. These are information that we're given. Please take use of it. That's how you can help our people. Sending money home is not going to help our people. We need our people to be free. We need them to be free. To help them, we have to help them to help themselves. And the best way is to start getting them to start taking action on ground. We don't have to be there. And they can do it to an extent that when we come home, we will just join them in continuing to hold people to account. That's all we need to do. We are not here to feed you. We're here to give you the tools to feed yourself. We're not here to give you fish. We're here to teach you how to fish. That way you can feed your family, feed yourselves, and be in control and not be subservient. The government wants you to be subservient, and we need to put an end to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching this anyway, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll back later on. Let me quickly, before I go, let me play this song, because I really want us to understand what we can do. Now, how can you help Citizen AY in this process? How can you help me? Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Go right now. Click on Citizen AY backup channel. As you know, Citizen AY has been blocked for 3 months by Facebook, but I've got a backup channel. Go there, subscribe, share it among family and friends. Listen to the songs. This song I'm about to play is a song I wrote that can help me. It can help me to get information, because we need to get a lot of information out to our people to really empower and awaken us to begin to really do the things we need to do. Let me play this song here before you go. I want you to listen to the words of this song. It's very important. 1 minute. So I think the system is stabilized somewhat. So there was a problem before and it wasn't allowing me to do it. So I'm going to put that here. So how can you help us? Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us share the broadcast. Share this broadcast. The information within it, highlight it. And also hashtag free Martins Idakpini. That is something we must do. Every community, listen to the video again. Watch the whole thing. And let's really begin to take collective action. We have the powers. The funds are there. If we only connect everything together and begin to work like that from one community to the next. And like I said, we are happy to come and into a community meeting. And also one more thing I wanted to do. I forgot to do that now. Is there a way I can do that? There is a way I can possibly do that. 1 second. Let me show you something before. I knew there was something I was going to do before. Now, before I go and do that, let me show you this quickly. Okay. So I'll show you this quickly, because this is very important information that we need to have, because we need that information to be going around, to be something that is happening automatically. Put this on the wall. So 1 minute. I need there's something I wanted to do. Okay, so now. Okay, so let me just quickly do that now, and you see it come up in a minute. I want you to see this, then I will play the song, then we'll wrap it up. But I'll be back again. And believe me, these are the information that I want you to see. And I will share the link for that, for the government announcement. You see, I want you to see this. Look at that. In your community hall, you need to have section 14.2c and 2a on there on a wall. you need to have it on the wall as you come in. I put it up there so that you can see it. So when you're in every community, you need to have that, because that way everybody will know, because you are in your local language. It has to be on the wall like that. You have to be in the wall where everybody, when you come in, it's the first thing you see, so that everybody knows that they have a right to participate in their own governance. This information has been hidden from us all. We need that to happen. I can't overemphasize how important this is. We need that to happen. We are powerful, but we've been made to believe we're not powerful, and we need to change our mindset. So I'm here to really encourage us all. Don't give up. Don't get fed up. We need to push on, and we need to awaken our people to the things that we can do to improve our lives. So let me just show you. So in the community, so when people come into the community, what will happen is they will suddenly see this information, and they'll go, "Oh, what's on top there?" And then and this one is in Yoruba. That is translated into Yoruba. It can be written in English, but I would encourage us not to use English. We need to translate it to our local languages. So it should be in Igbo, it should be in Tiv, it should be in Yoruba, it should be in all of our local languages, because that's what our people understand. So I'm urging you, if you're watching this podcast, don't waste time about the division, about the government trying to get you to fight this one, fight that one. At this point, somebody's coming to take your land. It's a joke. The government are the ones taking your land at will. They're the ones who are stopping you from getting the benefit. They are giving oil well to people that don't belong to your community, and they're denying you that access, and they want you to fight yourself. You need to wake up. This is what we must do. Please, 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 please. This information is so important. If you have shared it before, I thank you very much. Share it again. Let's reach as many people as possible, and continue to bring this information to the people. These are key information that we need to improve the lives of our people. Don't believe in the lies of the pastors and the imams. They know nothing about the constitution. For the last 23 years, if they knew anything, they would have been telling you about the right to participate in governance, the right to hold the government to account, the right to actually, that sovereignty belongs to you. They keep telling you, oh, you're all children of God. And they're not telling you about the powers that you have to hold your governance to account. They are there to deceive you. They are being paid by the government to keep you deceived. Wake up. My people, it's time to wake up. Wake up. Wake up collectively. When you share this podcast, when you get this podcast, please share it. Watch it again. Send it to family and friends. Watch and listen closely. In every community hall, we need to have those two words, 14.2c and 14.2a. 14.2a and 14.2c must be on the wall for everybody, that as you come into the community hall, you can see the words, and it reminds you of what your role is to do, what you came to do in that community. You didn't come there to just sit down and eat and drink pepper soup. No. You came there to fix your community, to fix your road, to fix your light, to fix your schools, to make sure that those that you elect into office, they do the things you want, and you work collectively to achieve that goal for your benefit and for your coming generations. Please, 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 I ask you, share this information. Also, don't forget, we talk about this guy here. I know time is running late for me. God, I need to get going. Sorry. Free Martins Idakpini. Hashtag Free Martins Idakpini. Look at the story. Go on Citizen page, and you will see that I've spoken about him at length, and he's been held for over 2 years and 8 months now by the military. They should free him. Hashtag Free Martins Idakpini. Help us share that information. These are key things that you can do. Please do not relent. We urge you, do not relent. Let us continue to raise the level of awareness in our community. Share the broadcast on Twitter, on wherever you can. Share this information, because we need to reach as many people as possible. I really thank you for joining us on the broadcast. And what I'll do, like I said, the best way you can help us are the kind of things I'm telling you now. You can download this song from iTunes. Download How Long We're Not Going to Suffer. Go to the iTunes and download it and share it. iTunes and Spotify. Download it and share it, and it helps us as well. But most of all, subscribe to Citizen AY on backup channel on YouTube. Help us grow the platform, and please share the information. These are key information. Remember, we don't want to keep giving people fish. We want to teach people how to fish themselves, and they can take control of their lives. And by participating in the governance, they can hold those in governance to account. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. If this resonates with you, please share, and share. About the throne. Before we go, have a listen again. How long will I go to suffer? Please listen to the words. Thank you very much. Oops, sorry. I forgot.
long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long?
How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp oh. The time done now where we suppose stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time done now where we suppose stand up oh, for our rights oh, for self-determination. How long? How long?
How long?
I say how long?
How long?
How long?
How long gonna go this suffer? How long?
How long, my people? How long?
How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long?
How long? How long, my people? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man.
Now he put that constitution
For your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man come tell na say una get constitution.
No be lie.
Na lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That constitution. Now in them they take close to na eye yo. May una wake up, may una wake up oh. How long? Woke up I just dey wonder. 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 Berenio, I just dey wonder. Woke up I just dey wonder. Woke up Berenio, I just dey wonder. Woke up Berenio, I just dey wonder. My people, I want make una know say self-determination, oh, na your right, oh. My people, I want make una know say self-determination, na your right, oh. You must fight for your rights. You must stand for your rights. Stand up. You must get up. Stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you go. Atiku, Emiloko, or Peter Obi no be the solution. Not the solution, not be the solution. Make una wake up. Wake up.
Wake up, make una wake up.
I said wake up.
Wake up, time down now.
Yes, so you be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right you.
How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long?
Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria. Ra, 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 oh. So I thank you all very much. As ever, you can download that song. Go to iTunes and Spotify. You can download that song. That's how you can help Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And please, this broadcast is aimed at really not to give you fish, but to teach you how to fish yourself. It's really important to wake you up. You have the powers. I want to just leave you with this stark figures. The funds that you need, they are there. 220 billion naira. That would do a lot of things in all the 774 local government areas. We need to start with that. Start getting used to participating in your own governance by holding those you elect to office to account. You have the powers as stated within the Constitution, the area I read to you here. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. Section 14(2)(c). Go and look it up. Please share it and translate it to your local language. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Please don't forget, we continue to say, free Martins Idakpini. Please, please, please. Every community must have a section. We must have a committee that talks about anybody that's illegally arrested so that we can bring their case to the social media every day. And we will continue to bring the case of Martins Idakpini because he's done nothing wrong. He must be freed. Put hashtag free Martins Idakpini. Help us share this podcast. You've been watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please share, share, and share. I'll be back later on. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you've missed this, watch it all over again from the beginning. The second one, not the first one, because that one was all over the place and there was a connection, but that stabilized and we'll be able to carry on with the broadcast. So thank you for watching. Please do share, share, and share. Bye for now. Back later on. Bye, 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 bye.